Hello, friends and family. Welcome back to Black Sheep Project. We are so glad that you took some time out of your day to come and check in on us. That just warms our heart and makes us so grateful and thankful that you guys are taking the time to see how we're doing. And we are doing great. Every day is a great day. It's just about your mindset and what you're focused on. If you're focused on the things that are going wrong, it's so easy to become discouraged. But if you focus on the things that are going right and the things that you appreciate and you're thankful for and grateful for, it just makes a world of difference. And, that's something I have to remind myself about a lot. Micah is good at reminding that. That's something that he has kind of hit home the whole time we've been together. I remember way back when, almost 8 years ago now, we first got together and I was struggling. And he was saying, Liz, you need to write down 10 things you're thankful for. Write down 3 things you're thankful for. Focus on what you're thankful for. Don't focus on what's going wrong. So I have had that drilled into my head for the last 8 years. And I'm so thankful that he told me that, because it really helps with your mindset and it helps you when things are rough. So it is really hot over here. I don't like recording in the truck if possible, but it's so hot and sunny. As you can see out my window, how bright it is. I wanted you to be able to see me. I didn't want to be squinting the whole video. And, I want a little bit of shade. So here I am in the truck, but it is a beautiful hot Sunday morning. We have some big plans for things we're going to try to get done today. I don't want to say what, because I don't want to be discouraging if we don't get it finished. And then tomorrow on our live at 7, you're like, wait a minute, did you finish this? Did you finish that? So just know we have to do some good old cleaning of the house, getting that, set and ready for the week. And then we have a couple projects around the house that we are going to try to get finished. We all definitely slept in today. I worked a 13-hour overtime day yesterday, so I was beat. I didn't get up to almost 9. And my normal morning, I have to get up around 3:45. So it was very much needed. All the kids slept until 9. So we are somewhat recharged in the sleep department and ready to just take full advantage of the rest of this day. So I don't want to keep you too long. We're going to go get some things done, but here I'm going to show you about how we got our water turned on, thanks to Jen and Wiley from our mountain home 316, and a couple other little things that we did this week. And, when we didn't have water running, well, first of all, we were fine. It's not like we don't have water. Some people, when they hear that you don't have running water, they're like, oh my goodness, you must be like so dirty, and what do you drink? What do you? No, we were fine. I Mostly me. Once in a while, Micah would help, but I would carry in water every day in those big blue jugs, like the 5-gallon ones you can get from Walmart. And I would carry in water for showering, washing dishes, you know, um, cooking, drinking. We have a filtration system that we made in the house that we use for our drinking water. And we always make sure to take off the hose and get it straight from the spigot for the drinking water. But the city water here actually tastes really clear and clean, and it tested really well. So um, I'm glad that we had the experience of having to work a little bit harder for our water, because it makes us appreciate it a lot more. I think in the year 2024, we take so much for granted. We want to just flip a switch and something's on or something's done, or we want to just snap our fingers and it's done. All these, sped up videos that show all these long processes done in seconds or minutes, it can be discouraging, and it can also be a false sense of reality, because that's not how things really work. So I'm reminded of that daily, that it is a daily process, taking one more step, one more step, one more step, keeping up with our everyday things and just making that next step. But also, our great community is there for us. Yesterday, well, I had a long work day. Micah took the kids and even some of the neighbor kids to Ivy Family's house to hang out. As you can see, you hear their name a lot now. They're awesome. They're not that far away from us, and we just love spending time with them. So Micah took the kids over there. They had a blast. They went fishing, did arts and crafts, ate yummy food. all day. So just as I was getting off work at like 7:30 at night, Micah calls me and he's like, hey, we got a flat tire. So I'm in the truck about to head home, but stop and head towards him, which is like 35 minutes away. And as soon as I pull up behind him, and Anderson's already there with his air compressor, you know, trying to see if they can pump up the tire and everything. And as soon as I pull up and I'm headed towards the Tahoe to grab a couple kids and put them in my truck, I see Drew and Lindsay from Drew's Lens driving towards us. And of course, they recognize us. They stop right away and they're like, what's wrong? We're like, we have a flat. And Drew just jumps out. He has a spare in the back of his Tahoe. He grabs his spare, grabs his impact gun, grabs everything. He is running back and forth across the road. And, you know, within a few minutes, they had that tire changed. They had it fixed. Micah was rolling again. And it just, I don't ever want to lose that thankfulness and gratefulness that things happen at just the right time whenever we need them. And we've never been left stranded. Yes, it might be hard. Okay, now we have to buy another tire. And it wasn't even the one that got the hole in it last week. It was a different one. So it can be discouraging if I focus on that part of it. But I choose to focus on that Drew and Lindsay just happened to drive by right then when we needed them. You know, that I had the jack in the back of my truck. So when I got there, Michael was able to go ahead and get the car jacked up. And, you know, no one got hurt. They didn't get into an accident when it went flat. That I didn't get into an accident on the way home, which I almost did. I have a hard time driving at night. And when people come towards me with high beams, it's hard. So I had a rough ride home, but I got home safely. No one was hurt. And so I'm choosing to focus on that. I'm choosing to focus on gratefulness and thankfulness for how the situation was instead of thinking about how it could have been or the impact that it will be over the next couple of weeks as we try to get that, you know, remedied and resolved and whatnot as far as the tires and stuff. So, but I'm just so thankful that Drew, that you were there at the right time. And Anson jumped in his Jeep and came straight out to help. And just, it makes my heart relieved and thankful and grateful and happy to know that we do have people around us now that if something goes wrong, that they're there. Jeff from Bubblehead Homestead is giving us the last piece that we need for our power pole. He had it left over from his, and he was like, yeah, just use it, take it. And that is so exciting. So hopefully we'll have some big updates on that soon. Keep your fingers and toes crossed. Keep us in your prayers. But we're going to go get started on our week. We have a lot to do, but I'm so thankful that you're here, and please enjoy the rest of our video. Bye, y'all. Okay, guys, I just got off work, as you can tell by the crazy everything. And I stopped at the top of the drive where you can't see my water line yet because Jen and Wiley said they were going to try to work on getting the water hooked up, at least to our spigot today. So we are going to go down there together and check it out. So don't worry, I'm not on a main road. I'm just rolling down the easement. Eek! I see a spigot in the ground. We're just rolling down the easement towards the house. Okay. I'm so excited. You don't see Venom, so I'm guessing he followed them up when the little boys walked up there this morning. Jenny Wiley's daughter is watching the little boys this week as daycare is not taking vouchers anymore. And I'm about to start third shift, so I won't need it. So she's kind of helping on the in-between. Eek! Okay. Hold on. I'm going to turn you around. All right, so here's the city water meter, our box. So Wiley connected the PEX from our box to the bottom of the T-post, and he put a T so that when we're ready to run the water to the house, we can. So he redug from the boxes to where that shovel is laying across, where this used to be. And I said, just put it up here near the meter, so that way when I need to do the chickens and whatever animals we end up putting over here, I can just run a hose across the road or whatever to make it easier to get water over there, and then I can run a hose this way for now to get water closer to the house. So let's check it out. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We got water. I'm so excited. We have waited so long to have running water on our place. I didn't realize it was going to be this much of an obstacle, honestly. I called around and got information and numbers and amounts and stuff, and then didn't really realize all the logistics of it. So just know, in homesteading, everything takes longer and costs longer and is harder than you think it's going to be, but it makes it so much more worth it, and it makes you appreciate it so much more than if it came easy, because stuff that comes easy you don't appreciate. So I appreciate Jen and Wiley so much for coming down here and getting this hooked up today. I'm coming up there right now to get my kids and to hug your neck and tell you how much I appreciate you. So here we go. Of course, naturally, the kids have all got to try it out. They've all got to try to drink out of the water faucet. They've all got to try to almost tumble into the water line, trying to be the first one to get that taste of fresh water. But that's just how it goes when you have a lot of kids. And we had an extra. Lily came and hung out with us for a little while, which the boys always enjoy having her around. And I think she enjoys bossing them around and not being the youngest one. So, hey, it works for me. They entertain each other. Whether they're fighting or playing, they're still being entertained. It's still good for them. So they all wanted to try off the spigot, and then we had to get that hose and get the hose kind of untangled, because that's one of the things that we had gotten from my friend that moved. And she was like, please, any of this stuff around my house that you can use, like, take it. So that hose was one of the things that I grabbed. I was like, I know that we will use this. It was a nice long hose. So we got that all untangled, and then I was trying to get the boys to help me kind of work together as a team. Let's get this hose pulled to the house. And there was a few squabbles, almost a little fist fight there, but I got everything all calmed down. And thank you to Lily for being my camera woman, following us to the house. So if my head's cut off, just know, amateur camera woman here. She's doing her best. She's really excited about it. So you know what? That's all that matters, because that's one thing about my channel, is that I'm not going to try to stage my kids to act like something they're not. I'm not going to try to make them be all nice to each other all the time. No, my kids are boys. They fight, they shove, they hug, they love hard, they take care of each other. That's just how kids are supposed to be. And I'm not going to try to make my kids reform for the camera. Short of, I do make them put on clothes if I'm going to be recording, because, YouTube rules. But just know my kids are wearing clothes under duress, but we are going to keep it, safe for the family and for you. But other than that, this is our natural life. The kids help us with stuff. I'm going to let them take turns filling up the water bottles. I'm going to let them help pull the hose, even if they're going to fuss and gripe about it sometimes. They're going to help. They're going to be in there with us, because this is a family project. This isn't just me and Micah, doing this stuff, and it's us doing everything, and they're just along for the ride. We make them part of it. We want them to be involved. We want them to know when this is done, which, it'll never really be done. But when they look back on this, they'll be like, yeah, we did that. Like, we did that. That's our family. We put that work in. We put those steps in. We carried that stuff. We moved that stuff. This was a group effort, and I was part of it.
what is better after a day of work than to get your kids that have been playing outside all day with the neighbors and walk down your property to the blackberry bushes.
I'm gonna get the candy, look.
Oh, sweet. And pick wild blackberries. Mama Jen said whoever picked her the most blackberries will get some candy. So they're all fighting for the biggest bag while I'm just ready to get some blackberry cobbler. How's it going, guys?
Good. Look how much I have. I need help.
Oh my
I'm gonna get
goodness.
the candy.
Whoa.
Mommy, I need help.
Kieran, let me see how much you have. Wow, Kieran. And look at that rock slab. That'll be great to add to our front steps.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Have you been helping pick?
He's just been sitting there.
Are you tired?
Here you go. Here's your bag. To look at the caterpillar.
Oh, you found a baggie? Let me see your sweet face. Oh. Did you find a little hidey spot, Omega? Look at me. I see you.
Berries down there. I'm gonna go check.
Do you have a little creek down there? Are you going to go see if there's berries down there, Lily?
Mm-hmm.
This is the creek bed onto
Some wild tomatoes.
lot 15 of our property. And I knew this creek bed would be fun when it was mostly dry for the kids. So this is going to be their first time exploring it. Now there is a nice little puddle right there, which is nice because it's really hot today. So the kids can just splash around and play in there and have fun.
Spiders.
Whoa.
So I want to know, share with me in the comments, what is your favorite memory of being out in nature? Whether it's picking berries, foraging, maybe going on a hike, visiting your grandparents' farm or a family member or maybe a neighbor. Did you help them with farm chores? Did you grow up on a farm? I would love to share in some of those memories that you guys have and us to share with each other, because this life is a great life and I just love hearing more about other people's experience, especially as a children. Especially Let's start over. I would love to hear more about your memories as a child in nature, whether it's picking berries, maybe going on a hike, maybe visiting your grandparents' farm, maybe helping milk the cows, something along those lines. I want my kids to have great memories of being outdoors, of being on the homestead, of helping, and I want them to have that growing up. And I would love to hear your memories that you have as being a child, and we can all share together and enjoy these times. So comment below and share with me these things so we can all enjoy them together.
Happy birthday, Wiley.
We're over here at Jeff's hanging out,
Happy birthday to me.
eating some dinner.
Happy birthday, Wiley.
Older.
Jeff made tacos.
They were, how were they?
They were good.
How
They
were
were
the
good.
tacos?
Jeff makes good tacos.
Daddy,
Yes,
how was the tacos?
delicious.
Good.
Everybody say happy birthday, Wiley!
Happy birthday, Wiley.
Thanks,
birthday,
Jeff, for
Wiley.
being the hostess with the mostest.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, young
Jeff
man.
had to make my dinner tonight.
Oh
He
my
had to buy
God.
my birthday cake.
Wiley's never gonna let this go.
And Jeff has it on video. I had to make my own plate to eat out of.
His second plate. I made
That
the first
don't matter. That's not on video. It was I had to
They
make
said in
my
our
own.
safety meeting today, if it's not documented, it didn't happen.
Yeah, hey, and he like even caught me cutting the cake. I served your cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did cut the cake.
Well, okay.
I did. Yeah. Okay. I'm
Like-
not a total failure.
This much credit out of 3 days.
How did
It's
she
a-
do
Alright.
picking out
It's a
your cake,
conspiracy.
All right,
They're all
comment
trying to
below.
make me
What do
look
you
bad.
think? Is Jen taking care of Wiley on his birthday or what?
Hey guys, this is Black Sheep Project Homestead. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.